By the way, Mumkey Jones did nothing wrong. So, I'm a little under the weather right now, but I'm just going to take a page out of Count Dankula's book and just try to explain the situation as best as I can. But in any case, here we go. Anyways, last night I got a little bit drunk. No, I'm not hungover. I actually am sick today, but I went on to numerous live streams and started yipping at people about glorifying EDP 445, and I'm going to set the record straight with Tipster, of all people, because he was the one that actually responded to me, and wait until the end to hear something. So in any case, number one thing I'm going to try to administer is I don't like it when people glorify pedophiles or school shooters or even mass shooters for that matter. Before I get into anything, I'm just going to let everybody know that Mumkey Jones did nothing wrong. He didn't glorify ER. He was making fun of him, which in my eyes kind of prick move, despite the fact the guy's dead. He has no way of defending himself, but at the same time, what he did, he just critiqued someone he thought needed to be critiqued. You know, like we talk about ER, and then we talk about AM, and then we talk about DK and that other idiot. I'm not going to say their names because, again, I don't want to glorify these people. If anything, school shooters and pedophiles, they're getting exactly what they want by people talking about them. Making fun of them, go hardy. Talking about them, making news reports about them, doesn't sit well with me. And before anybody tells me I don't like content, then don't watch it. Not a fair analogy. I'll tell you why. Because I'll explain myself right now. We're talking about EDP 445, and I've seen the numerous videos Tipster's made on them, and then I've seen other videos by Review Tech USA and Augie RFC. It's just row by row. I don't want to see this person. If anything, the only time I want to see this person is behind a fucking jail cell. Sounds hateful, but it is what it is. Oh, fuck, I feel like I'm going to throw up. Anyways, I went on to Tipster's live stream, and I said a bunch of non-kosher shit. But then again, he went above and beyond to stooping down to my level, calling me a retard and a coward. Well, he didn't call me a coward. He just called me a retard. But his chat would call me a coward. I don't have, and this is dangerous for me to say, I don't have Discord. And I don't want to. Number one reason, I thought Discord was just a place for people to game and communicate and have a good time. I don't game anymore. I can't game anymore. Later on, I'll explain why, but not in this video. But yeah, person with 39 subscribers going up against a person that has 133,000 subscribers. I'm not looking for clout. Before anybody gets that in their head, I'm not looking for clout. If anything, I see a bunch of stuff from Tipster, Review Tech USA, and Augie RFC, and then FPS Diesel glorifying this pedophile, and it doesn't sit well with me. It didn't sit well with me last night when I did it. I do still want to debate Tipster on this, but I want to do it privately because he worked hard on his content. It's content I don't agree with, but he worked hard on it, and you know, it took me all morning to think about that, and I don't want to see it gone, but at the same time, I don't want to see it at all. And YouTube, the way it is, I'm gonna throw up. YouTube, the way it is, I don't see why they glorify this guy. I don't. It's like glorifying that AL who shot up that Sandy Hook school. And when the news glorified him, you know, the families of that idiot, the victims, those children, it happened before Christmas, and there were Christmas gifts under that tree. And I've witnessed too many times a mother and a father losing their child. So that's why it doesn't sit well with me. I know I gotta have a backbone about it, but there is such thing as having a backbone, and then there is such thing as trying to have a heart about everything. And as for glorifying EDP, he did sexually assault a 13-year-old kid. And I'm not going to talk about those idiots that exposed him the second time. If anything, those guys deserve to be in jail too. I'm sorry if that sounds hateful, but the way they handled it, the way they handled interviewing him, confronting him, they're just a bunch of Chris Hansen wannabes. That's not how you catch a predator. And sorry if I keep pausing. Like I said, I'm under the weather and I'm just trying to get out what I need to get out. I'm not upset with Tipster or anybody. If anything, I understand if they're upset with me. But it doesn't sit well with me that knowing this person is being glorified. Old news like DK and that Columbine incident. It doesn't sit well with me. And the fact that they still talk about him 20 years later. Them. There were kids excited for summer that year, regardless of them being bullied. They should not be glorified. They should not be glorified whatsoever. Anyways, Tipster, I'm just going to say this out loud. You telling me that I was serious? Well, no, I wasn't serious, but if anything, you coming out and telling me how am I glorifying or not glorifying? I speak the news. That doesn't sit well with me. You know, it doesn't sit well with me when places like the CBC and CBS and CKCK I try to take the Philip DeFranco approach and not name or acknowledge who these people are. And as for you saying that you're a pedophile defender, well, that was me that said that. But as for me telling you that you're a pedophile defender, I'm just going to say this one thing to prove my point. You're right. I shouldn't have said that. What I wanted to do was just tell you that glorifying EDP 445 is not the right thing to do. Yeah, you may have called him a pedophile, but thing is, if that was your daughter, how would you feel? If that was your girlfriend or your wife, how would you feel? If that was your mother, how would you feel? I've always asked those kind of questions about pedophiles and school shooters and all that other shit. What about the parents? What about the other victims? But you are right. I went overboard by saying that you are a pedophile defender. And I hope in time I will be forgiven for saying that. The only excuse I have was I was not in a good place last night when I made those accusations. And for that, I apologize. I really do apologize. It was wrong for me to say that, and it was wrong for me to try to garner your attention by saying something as harsh and as degrading as that. So like I said, I hope in time I will be forgiven, and I apologize for what I've done. However, see my point. See my point where I say this person shouldn't be glorified, shouldn't be talked about, should be in a jail cell. I know it's never going to happen because with those idiots, how they handled everything. But I don't need to know every day that he's joined Vimeo. I don't need to know every day that he was banned off Facebook or YouTube. He should just be gone and not talked about. And this may sound like bullying, but he shouldn't be talked about. I did say on my Twitter page that I'm sober now, and I'm willing to have a private debate with you. Private, not public. Private. And I'll tell you why I say private. If anybody accuses me of clout chasing, that's why. I am not in it for clout chasing. If anything, I'm on YouTube as a hobby. And I'll explain myself now. What had happened last night was I was on YouTube trying to look for something to watch. I know the people I do watch periodically, they've taken a week off, and life gets boring. I was in a bad place this week. Like you, I suffer from anxiety disorder. In this case, a panic disorder. And I was just having a few down days. Not an excuse, but it's not a... You've had them too. I know you've had, because you've explained it in detail on your channel. Here's how much of a fan I am of you, Tipster. I started watching you when... I'm so dizzy right now. Anyways, I'm actually a fan of yours, Tipster, because I've been following you since Boogie did a segment or did a video talking to you about how your MCN screwed you over. Don't blame you. Never did for that. How you handled Susie Lou. Mwah. How you handled Billy Mitchell. Mwah. How you handled Quentin Reviews. Yeah, he said a bunch of bad shit about a person he didn't like, but that's between them. Tipster, I do want to debate you about EDP. But I want to do it in private because I've seen how you handled yourself in... I've seen how you handled yourself through being on a live stream and debating people through Discord. And as I said, I don't have a Discord. It's dangerous as that may me saying it can be. I don't have a problem with you. I never really did up until this point. You can call me a retard all you want. If anything, off my shoulder. Calling me a coward? You didn't call me a coward. Your chat did, and even your moderators did. I'm not a coward. I'm still willing to debate you about this. Whether I have 1 subscriber or 50,000, I still want to debate you on this. And as I said, me calling you a pedophile defender, that was a low blow, and I apologize for it. Here's why I didn't debate you last night, though. Number 1, I don't have a Discord. Number 2, I saw how upset you were. And trying to debate somebody who... trying to debate somebody that has blood rushing to their head is not a reasonable way to debate. Just ask Donald Trump. But I do respect you. I really do. Like I said, and I am a fan of yours. It's just when I see something like... Fuck off. When I see something like that about, constant EDP articles, like I don't even like to see Cardi B glorified because of what she's done. And to prove my point, you can check out H3's video on it. But here's my point. Pedophiles and school shooters should not be glorified. Yeah, I do agree that they should be made fun of, but, because they don't care about hurting people, so why should we? But then again, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, nowadays isn't legal. And I hope you see what I'm saying as not fact, but not fiction, but personal beliefs that are allowed to be said. Because I've given you the benefit of the doubt, and I always have. And I hope in time my little stunt from last night will be forgiven. But I'm still willing to debate you in private about EDP. And I hope you understand that too. Anyways, I've rambled long enough and I gotta go back to bed. Probably gonna have to spew a little bit in the praying to the porcelain gods, but I don't think anybody really wants to see or know that. But Tipster, I don't hate you. Never did. And even last night when I did what I did. I don't hate you. Never did. I was just in a bad place, and some things that I wanted to say needed to be said. So glorifying you as a pedo defender, I was wrong. And I hope you understand that. I know I do. But just not asking, please, please, please accept my apology. I'm asking you, please, please, please accept my offer to debate you in private about him. That being said, as I said, I hope in time I'll be forgiven. Mumkey Jones did nothing wrong. Tipster is a good guy, despite saying that R word. Personal beliefs. But anyways, I'll leave it at that. And yeah, this... Oh, fuck. Sorry, I'm just not well. Just physically not well. So I hope you have a good day. I hope I didn't ruin your stream. If anything, it sounded like a lot of people were behind you. Tell you the truth, I was too. Still am. So keep that in mind. Cheers. By the way, you got my name wrong when you talked to me, and sorry. By the way, Tipster, you did get my name wrong. It's not Stoogie. It's Stogie. It's like me calling you Tipster. Anyways, have a good day, buddy. Cheers.